This is On Point with Miss Britt, bringing you Week 7 NFL recap. All right, so Thursday, we finally had a high-scoring game after having weeks of boring field goals, just slow games. So I'm happy. Hopefully, we get some more better games on Thursday, but I'm happy about that. All right, so we have the Cardinals versus the Saints. The Cardinals trailed in the first half. Marco Wilson and Isaiah Simmons, they had 2 pick sixes to get back in the game. The Cardinals ended up beating the Saints 42-34. The Cardinals snapped an 8-game home losing streak. They got DeAndre Hopkins back after he served his suspension. He had 103 yards. Kyler Murray was 20 for 29, 204 yards, and a touchdown. Okay, moving on Sunday, we had my New York Giants versus Jacksonville Jaguars. New York safeties Julian Love and Xavier McKinney, they made a last-minute stop to stop the Jaguars receiver Christian Kirk at the 1-yard line as time expired, and the Giants ended up winning the game 23-17. During the game, we lost 2 of our starting offensive linemen, including our right tackle, Evan Neal, and then our tight end, Daniel Bellinger. He went out in the half as well with an eye injury. Saquon Barkley finished with 24 carries and 110 yards. Daniel Jones was 19 for 30, 202 passing yards, and 107 rushing yards and a touchdown. We had Dallas Cowboys versus the Detroit Lions. This was the return of Dak Prescott ever since he had surgery on his thumb for an injury. Cowboys defense, they forced 5 turnovers. Ezekiel Elliott ran for 2 one-yard touchdowns. Dak threw a touchdown to Peyton Hendershot, and Dak was 19 for 25, 207 yards and a touchdown, and the Cowboys defeated the Lions 24-6. Bengals versus the Falcons. So Bengals scored on first 4 possessions. Burrow passed for 345 yards in the first half. Tyler Boyd, he finished a career high of 155 yards and a touchdown. Jamar Chase had 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Bengals ended up winning 35-17. Joe Burrow was 34 for 42, 481 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was the first quarterback to have 5 games with 400-plus yards in the first 3 seasons. So, yeah, Burrow is back to himself. He's doing it. All right, we had the Packers versus the Commanders. The Packers lost 3rd game in a row, so Commanders ended up winning 23-21. The Packers went 0-6 on 3rd downs. They lost Lazard to a shoulder injury. Aaron Rodgers was 23 for 35, 194 yards. And then Washington's quarterback, Taylor Heineke, he started in place of Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is injured right now. He went 20 for 33, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, including a 37-yard touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin, former Buckeye. All right, Chiefs versus 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, he debuted with the 49ers after just now getting traded from the Panthers. But it was no match for the Chiefs' offense. They were just going. Patrick Mahomes threw for 423 yards, 3 touchdowns to cruise over the 49ers. They beat them 44-23. Mahomes had a rough start with an early interception, putting Kansas down 0-10. McCole Hardman, he scored on 2 touchdown runs and an 8-yard catch. Justin Watson caught a 4-yard touchdown, and then Juju Smith-Schuster, he finished with a 45-yard catch and a run. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he had a 16-yard touchdown run, and yeah, like I said, it was just pretty much dominance on the Chiefs offensively, so good for them. All right, some just key games to just touch on. We had the Browns versus the Ravens, and Browns fans everywhere, they need some prayer. They are currently on a 4-game losing streak. They lost to the Ravens. The Ravens won 23-20. Ravens Gus Edwards, he scored 2 touchdowns, giving Baltimore a double-digit lead heading into the half. In the 4th, Browns running back Kareem Hunt had a 2-yard touchdown run to make it a 3-point game. The Browns reached Baltimore 34 when Amari Cooper's touchdown pass got wiped away because of an offensive pass interference. They claim that Amari Cooper was grabbing at Marcus Peters' arm. I could debate on that. It didn't seem like that. I mean, they probably should have let it stand. But anyways, even with that overturned call, they still were able to get to field goal range so they can kick a field goal. And they had a false start before the snap. So then they moved them back, and Cade York was forced to kick a 60-yard field goal, and it ended up getting blocked. And that's how they pretty much lost the game. All right, Panthers versus Bucks. It was really sad, y'all. It's like, maybe Tom Brady probably should have stayed home. But the Bucks lost for third time in 4 games. Panthers' P.J. Walker, who was their third string, he is in place of an injured Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. So they had their third string in, y'all. And they ended up beating the Bucks 21-3. But P.J. Walker, he threw for 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brady, he hasn't had a losing record this far in the season since 2002 at New England. So, yeah. The Jets beat the Broncos 16-9. Breece Hall ran for 72 yards, including a 62-yard touchdown. He suffered a left knee injury in the second quarter, and we just found out he will be out indefinitely for the season due to an ACL tear. So that really sucks for the rookie. He was really on path to, have a great rookie season. So just prayers to him. Steelers versus Dolphins. Lord have mercy. Let's just talk about the fact that the Steelers missed 4 potential interceptions that would have turned the game around for them. The Dolphins had a scoreless second half, but were able to hang on due to 2 last-minute interceptions of Steelers rookie quarterback Kenny Pickett. So the Dolphins ended up winning 16-10. All right, Raiders versus Texans. Raiders, Josh Jacobs rushed for 143 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the Raiders defeated the Texans 38-20. The Raiders erased 3-point fourth quarter deficit and scored on 4 straight possessions to take that game. All right, Monday night we had the Bears versus the Patriots. Bears kicker Cairo Santos had 4 field goals. Bears quarterback Justin Fields, he had a 3-yard touchdown run and a 25-yard touchdown pass to Khalil Herbert. And in the fourth quarter, David Montgomery had a 1-yard touchdown run. The Bears, David Montgomery. And the Bears ended up winning 33-14. All right, well, let me know y'all's favorite moments from this week. And we are heading into week 8. So we are getting closer and closer. We are pretty much at the halfway point now. So excited to see what the rest of the season brings. We are still pretty much early. So if your team is losing, there still might be hope. But as far as my team, we are on a 4-game winning streak. So sucks for y'all. All right, I'm out.